6 up-and-coming claims managers, 6 ambitious candidates, all with one aim, to be crowned Claims Apprentice 2020. It's a new day for the apprentices. Having completed the podcast challenge, both teams are eager to hear about their next challenge.
Good morning. Today's task, I want you to come up with a new Insurtech idea linked to the theme of future mobility. I want you to come up with a brand, a logo and a 5-year business plan. You will then pitch this business plan to a panel of investors. The team with the most investment will be the winners.
The teams will be given a day to brainstorm ideas and come up with an initial concept for a business idea. By the end of the day, Kennedy's will provide each team with a graphic designer who will help them design their logos and branding. From this point on, the teams will fine-tune their business plans and practice their pitches. For this challenge, both teams will be assigned a new mentor. Team KDA will be working with VISHAALDEEP FLORA, a product manager working at KENNEDYSIQ.
Nice to meet you, Kelly, lovely to meet you.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Alex,
nice to meet you.
Hi.
Team KDA have come up with an innovative car insurance scheme, but need to come up with a catchy name.
The gap that we feel is in the market based on taxi firms, for example Uber, Lyft, where there's the issue of business cover, personal use cover, that crossover.
Thinking of protecting, because we are protecting not only the consumer, the driver, the company.
And we wanted to make sure that the name that we had was short and snappy and able to kind of resonate with people.
So then we started thinking along the lines of pillow, cushions, that sort of thing, cuddles.
I think Snog might be a really good one because it's just one syllable and it can stick.
Uber, Lyft and all that, they have short, snappy, quite fashionable names. So Snug is short, could be fashionable, definitely. It's got potential.
I'm an Apple user, but the regular Apple apps that are always integrated, they normally have that blue and white colour.
This is something I've been playing around with, as like just sort of maybe the font.
Can you switch it round so it's blue with white lettering?
Yeah.
See what that looks like.
Meanwhile, Team KDA are also brainstorming their startup idea and will be working with Kareem Derrick, the Product and Innovation Director at KENNEDYSIQ.
The winning team. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm KAYLEIGH.
Hey, Katie, nice to meet you.
Team Empower have come up with a car sharing scheme and are also looking for a catching name.
The policy is going to have a number of benefits, so it's going to have the face recognition, the voice recognition, it's going to have the data, so we're going to be reading the speed, the location. We can obviously adjust the policy on the basis of how many mileage that you have done, your no claims discount, all that will be taken into consideration.
But I think for just now we just need to land on a company name.
Yeah. On the basis of just time frame just now, I would agree with Motion for Taylor's idea. I think
Motion would be quite good.
Motion, like you said,
it's easy to remember, it's quick, it's going to stay at the front of people's minds, and then
you've got motion within technology, motion within the car moving.
Motion people.
And I guess
also it does. I'm happy with Motion.
What do the mentors think of the team's efforts?
Team KDA are working really well as a unit. As a whole, it is very much a case of just strong leadership from everybody, but also strong teamwork from everybody.
So Empower made a good start. We're trying to really develop an idea that reflects their skill set. KAYLEIGH already stand out for me. We've been trying to look at their skill set, because at the end of the day, investors are as interested in the team as they are in the idea itself. So we're trying to find something that will gel.
Today's been really good. It's been really challenging. I think we've all been pushed out of our comfort zones, definitely.
I think that we kind of have been working quite well as a team and kind of coming together and getting a general idea.
It's just been really quite nice to actually meet two other people in a similar sort of background as myself there.
Yeah, I'm confident now. Idea, and hopefully our presentation will be very successful. I'm confident of the idea.
We've got the brand, the logo, we've picked up with Scott and so on, so it's been really good working as a team. We've definitely came stronger.
I've had a few laughs, a few stressful moments, but it's gone good.
Whilst the teams wait to see what the designers come up with, the UK government announces a lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. The apprentices are told their challenges are temporarily put on hold.
This new and until now unknown virus has killed 4,500
The World Health Organization says Europe is now the epicenter of the global coronavirus.
The outbreak of coronavirus is now undeniably a global crisis.
After 3 months in lockdown, Kennedy's Suzanne LIVERSIDGE addresses the apprentices.
Welcome back, apprentices. Well, since the last time we met, there's been a global pandemic. It's meant that we've had to work from our homes in lockdown, but it won't stop the challenges going ahead through the Claims Apprentice programme. The Insurtech Challenge will now be held virtually. Unfortunately, one of the team members, Taylor McTaggart, has had to pull out of Team Empower, but we are able to continue.
With the Insurtech Challenge back on, the apprentices are given a week to get ready. On the day of the presentation, the mentors check in with their teams to see how they're getting on and help them polish their presentations.
Good morning, Team Empower. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Kayleigh. Hope you're doing okay. So we've got a slightly changed scenario. We've got the same task, but of course we've had COVID interfering with all of our planning for the presentation. How are you feeling today about the presentation this morning?
I think we're feeling good. I think, Kayleigh, will you agree?
Yeah, no, feeling confident. I think a few things we have had to change just due to the situation, but both myself and Isaac have spent a lot of time going over the presentation, getting the product together, and we both feel pretty confident, to be honest.
VISHAALDEEP also checks in with Team KDA.
Have you guys figured out how you're going to do the presentation? Who's going to be presenting? Who's going to be talking first?
Yeah, so I'm talking first. I'm introducing us, and then it will go on to Kelly, who will go through like aim objectives, and then promotion will be picked up by Alex.
Can you perceive what the questions are going to be?
We've tried to go. We've tried to talk about kind of everything outside of the presentation that could potentially come up. So
I think we're expecting some kind of questions that are going to throw us off, and we're going to think, oh my god, why the hell didn't we think of that? Because that is just the nature of the game.
After last minute tips from their mentors, the teams are ready to present their startup ideas to the 3 dragons. Ed Gaze, an experienced technology and data consultant who now leads the Lloyd's Lab Insurtech programme. Robert Lumley, Director of FCA Authorised Incubator and Fund Insurtech Gateway, and Carl Bauer, a founding partner at EOS Venture Partners, specialising in Insurtech investment. Each dragon is given a fictional amount of £500,000 and will decide how much they will invest in each team's startup. The team with the most investment wins the challenge. First to present is Team Empower.
Hello, judges. Thank you very much for attending. We are Team Empower.
Firstly, I would like to ask, does your vehicle spend the majority of the time unused? Would you like vehicle insurance to work around you and your travel needs? And are you wasting your money on unused miles? The product that we have is something that's focusing on those 3 areas, and it's something that would be of interest to a lot of customers.
We are proud to introduce Motion, getting you from A to B your way.
So what is Motion? How does it work? Basically, it's an app that bases your premiums on when and how well and how long that you're driving for.
It's short-term cover to suit your needs. It's totally transparent with fairer pricing. It gives you peace of mind should you suffer an accident. All the information is gathered on the black box, which will show your GPS and tracking, etc.
Thanks for the presentation, really good. I like the logo, the name. Just wondering how much of your budget you think you'll be spending on that, and how you're going to attract the best tech talent to develop it.
So I would say we'd be spending around £250,000 on the app and website. This will be able to build a simple, responsive and clean app.
What do you think are the most likely target?
The customer survey that was completed, it was mainly people that are working from home just now. It's just unfortunate the current climate. There wasn't really anyone that was on the road. I had a few people that actually are still working, but they found it beneficial to use for someone else's policy or somebody else's car. So say they lived with their partner, they could use this cover to use their partner's vehicle as and when they would want to.
Great presentation, and
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next up is Team KDA.
We're KDA, and we would like to show our exciting new idea, which is Snug. Snug is an app that makes transitioning from your professional insurance to your personal insurance a breeze, while also saving you potential money.
The overall incentive for drivers is to offer a saving for their premiums for driving safely, which we would obviously gain data and analyse the analytics that we've gained through that to be able to offer those savings over a period of time.
The main foundation for our success is data collection and analytics. So we have decided that we would want our app to be free for drivers because data is the most important part of the foundation for our business.
One question is, for which market do you think applying this? Is this a UK proposition?
Are you guys happy for me to answer that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
So I think primarily we would stick to the UK market.
I was just wondering about how you make money. So you said the app is free for drivers. You've talked about the insurers, and you've talked about having a contract with the Uber. Where does the money go, and how do you siphon a little bit off?
So we would look to kind of sell the data that we collect to insurance companies for premium.
One of the challenges, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts on how you would deal with this, is the amount of data that you need to receive, how you collect that. It can very often be a gigabyte of data per vehicle per month.
I don't think we've really thought about kind of the quantity of data and how that will be managed. I think what we have given thought to is being able to collect that data and analysing it over a period of time.
After the dragons discuss the presentations, it's time to reveal how much each dragon would invest in each of the startups.
The split of the 500, I would give a little bit more to KDA Snug. Even though they lacked quite a bit in terms of the specificity and the commercial aspects, etc., I think it is a slightly more original area to get into relative to Empower, and so I would give 300 to Snug KDA and 200 to Empower.
In terms of what I saw on the presentation and the team, I think I'd probably put slightly more with Empower, only because I think that market is slightly more mature from an underwriter point of view, so I think they would be in market quicker. So I'd probably go the other way around, where I would do 300 with Empower and 200 with KDA.
I think they're both great ideas. I think Team Empower, for me, they thought it through more fully. I feel like I know where my money would be going. I think with Team KDA, I think it would be a smaller amount because I think they'd need to work the idea through a little bit more before then deciding whether to commit more funds. So for me, although I think they've both got great potential, I think if I was to put my money in now, it would be 400,000 into Team Empower.
Well done.
Congratulations, you guys.
That's amazing.
Congratulations to Team Empower. How does it feel to be the winning team?
Overwhelmed, excited that they chose, the 3 investors in total chose to invest 900,000 into our business, which will see them have a return of 7.6 million after 5 years. It's always good. And yeah, I mean, we both worked extremely hard, overcome some challenges on the way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's amazing that we've actually got the investment and won the challenge. Both myself and Isaac have worked really, really hard on the presentation and the product. And yeah, with a few last minute changes, to be honest, as of Thursday last week, we kind of changed the product quite a lot. So to find out today we've won it, it's amazing. I'm over the moon. Really, really great news.
And so, with the Insurtech challenge having stretched out over 3 months during the lockdown, the apprentices are finally able to put it behind them and focus on their next challenge. Next time on Claims Apprentice.
The next task is the cyber challenge. The task is to create a poster or a short video.
Not going to lie, obviously having a child does take it a lot out of you.
But we want them to be thinking about what the solutions are.
In essence, my poster is a boat trip.
Just now there's a lot of email scams going around.
Blue was the most trustworthy colour.
The winner is